as usual, the man that has the plan is always prepared. And someone over here, where you at, cuz?
Me? Hey, man.
Yeah, cuz. Are you ain't never prepared, B? You already know the
Hey,
rules.
man. I just come in here and do the job, man. That's what they say.
Anyways, what is up, and welcome back to another episode of the APF podcast, episode 65. It is I, the most phenomenal man that has shocked the system. Well, I don't know if I should be using it anymore, but still, aka the coach.
And it's your boy going forward. I hope you guys are having a good Friday. Let's get into the topics, man.
So what? So we just watched. No, that was on Wednesday, where we seen Adam Cole and Keith Lee go 1-on-1 for the NXT and NXT North American Championships. And you watched that match, right?
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts of how the match turned out?
I thought the match was good. Typical match, 20 minutes. They fight each other, have good, everybody does their moves. They have the typical level of, suspense. And it ended well because they got the title away from this other guy who's been in for over a year, and he put it to a different guy now. So that's good.
So what do you think is gonna what do you think they're gonna do with Keith Lee as being basically the NXT North American champion? Because you might as well fuse the NXT championship and the North American title and just call it the NXT North American championship because he has both of them. So what do you think that Triple H has in store for Keith Lee with those titles?
Well, I'm sure he's gonna have it. I'm sure he's gonna have. You know, they're gonna
I
have
think
some
I think he
interesting
I think
things.
he might face Killer Cross first. No, Karrion Cross.
Yeah, yeah,
I
it's
think he
true.
might. I think he might face him because I mean he already faced Johnny Gargano, beat him. Already faced Finn Balor, beat him. Faced both of them in the same match, beat them. Already beat Adam Cole. So it's like you can't really put Adam Cole back in there because it's not really like it's not really suspense. So you kind of have to put in somebody like Karrion Cross, who's new, who's up and coming, who's already starting to build up that hype after he left Impact Wrestling. So I mean, there's nobody else I really think that should get the first opportunity to get that title other than Karrion Cross. I mean, Tommaso Ciampa, I don't know where he Velveteen Dream also, I don't know where he's been. Tommaso Ciampa also, I don't know where he's been. Um,
That's true.
other than that, so we've seen the NBA bubble and their food, and I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about the bubble. It's kind of disappointing.
I mean, what are people not? Are people surprised that they're getting ugly food like that? They're just giving the essentials. The food that these people are getting from the NBA, it's not going to be the food that they eat or the food that they get from their teams, which is probably a lot better. This is the NBA controlling everything. It's the NBA going to give them that bottom kind of normal food, and people shouldn't be surprised at how it looks or tastes. People are more mad, I think, because like it basically looks like they're going to school again. Like you're in this.
That's what the vibes were. It was giving me those vibes when I was looking at. Like I seen Joel Embiid's IG story, bro. This is giving me vibes of like how we was in school eating this garbage ass lunch, and we're paying them all this type of money.
Joel Embiid should want to lose weight. He was too damn big. He should. He should be just fine. He was like near 300 pounds. He's lost some more. He's gonna lose some more probably now because he won't be able to eat like he used to eat. You know, that's just how it is. So
Because
they'll be fine.
I'm trying to find that video of they was talking about the the bubble or whatever. They was talking. It was something about the bubble that I seen, and of course. of course, Kendrick Perkins. I don't know. I'm getting sick. I'm getting sick and tired of. I mean, I don't really hate Kendrick Perkins. I just get. I just hate the analyst Kendrick Perkins. I just sometimes get tired of his how of his analytic mindset. I just get tired of it. Sometimes I'll be like, "What do you?" I just don't get it. I just can't even put the words because I just don't agree with this man. I just don't.
Yeah. Look. What did he say today? Anyways.
He. I'm looking at this video and it's like he says the title is Kendrick Perkins doesn't think life inside the bubble looks too bad.
Look, he won't know really, right? He won't really know how it feels inside that bubble. Look, I don't look. It doesn't look bad for him, but I understand why it's bad to everybody else because people have this thought about the top NBA players have a certain lifestyle that they live, and when you got in that bubble, they should have expected to not have the same level of lifestyle. You're not going to move around much. The food is not going to be great. Um, you're not going to have many things to do. You don't have your people there, right? So it's not going to be a great lifestyle. Their lifestyles are so much different, but they'll be fine. But I question Kendrick Perkins and a lot of his analytical mind on Steph Curry as he continues to say that James Harden's better than Steph Curry. That's a joke. But that's why I
I
question.
don't. I personally on that thing. I personally believe that Curry's obviously better. I don't. Curry's obviously better. Yeah, I may be talking trash about Curry a lot, but I still know that I still respect his game. Only
Yeah,
reason why I
look,
really talk trash about the dude is that you Golden State Warriors fans, man. Y'all niggas are the worst in 2015. I'm
look.
telling you. Y'all are more toxic than the coronavirus back then. God damn it. Y'all niggas won't shut up. Curry
Look,
this, Curry that,
Curry
Curry
is
this,
the
Curry
guy.
that.
That's what
My
we talk
God, you
about.
want to suck his dick? Shit.
Curry is the guy. That's why we talk about him. That's just how it is.
Y'all,
Um,
y'all, bro, y'all was the worst. Y'all was worse than the coronavirus, dude. My God, y'all wouldn't shut up about this man for in 2015. That's all I heard on social media. Curry, Curry, Curry. All
yeah,
right, nigga, shut
2015
up.
championship year he won. Um, Look, in the end, right? The bubble, I don't think is bad. The only bad thing people talk about is their food, and if that's the worst thing about their bubble, let it be. It's okay. They'll get
Bro,
used to the food, and all that stuff.
do
And,
you
and
think do you think LeBron's gonna eat that food, or is he gonna get
LeBron
it from
won't
Chef?
eat that food. LeBron gonna have to eat that food because I know that we all make fun of like the actual power of LeBron James, like he can almost do whatever he wants, but he's gonna eat that food. LeBron's there to do business, and when you're there to do business, your level of your level of caring about how the food's looking or how it's prepared or what is put in, it shouldn't really matter. He's there to win a championship. He's been wanting to get back to playing basketball since the talk about bringing it back has started. So LeBron should not have any issue. You can have an issue, but he should just don't post nothing. You already got enough posting about how the food is and people complaining. He just needs to go there and do work. But I won't be surprised if he tries to get his own food. He shouldn't. He should be treated just like every other one there.
I'm, I mean, I don't think he should because that would not be fair to everybody else. Because, okay, LeBron gets his own. LeBron brings his own personal chef for like the time that he's there. He pays him.
He
Okay,
ain't gonna.
what about
They got
what
a
about all
personal
the other
trainer.
teams that are in the playoffs? What about them?
They ain't got no
Then they'll
personal
start
trainer.
complaining to Adam Silver, and then Adam Silver's gonna have this basically gotta tell LeBron, okay, you can't be bringing chef because I got all the players coming to me in my DMs talking about why does LeBron get this and I don't get that.
LeBron's
And
not gonna get that. There's no way they can do that.
but I don't think he's gonna do that because that would be a whole nother like conversation that does not need to be had because oh LeBron's the most powerful man in the NBA and he gets to do whatever he wants. He gets to bring his chef and everybody else has to suffer. It is what it is, man. I mean, if Joel Embiid's gonna be eating that, then he might have to. He's gonna have to eat it. There's no way out of it because they
Yeah.
they're there to play the game and then they're gonna go back home. That's it.
Yeah,
And
look, they'll be fine. But the more important part of this is just the practicing. I think the practicing is going to be interesting. How many teams practice at once, how the practices go, how long. You know,
I did see some teams practice.
yeah, I really wish they would actually stream these things. Don't I mean I depending on the level of what's it called, uh, technology they have
People,
there. Now, I did read something here that Rajon Rondo rips the adequate NBA bubble hotel room, Motel
he he
6.
he did
Yeah,
what?
he basically he basically does not like the bubble hotel rooms. He says they're
Oh,
like a Motel 6. Um, yeah, well at the Grand Destino Tower, he trashed the accommodations. This just um Well, yeah, exactly. Was Rondo was dismayed as perfectly reasonable hotel room didn't meet the luxury standard NBA players have grown to, accustomed to, and that's what I'm saying. Um, you're not gonna get a great hotel, dude. You're
I
not.
mean, let's
Like,
be honest. Even though you're the number one seed in the entire Western Conference, you're still not going to get the best. That's what it is.
yeah,
That's
look, those hotels. Nobody should even worry about those hotels, really.
To be honest. The hotels are the last thing you need to worry about. You need to worry about all the other teams that you're facing. Anyway, I mean, the hotels just to me is just petty because he feels that they should be that they should have this luxury status in this hotel that they always have had when they were originally traveling, and then now that they have this type of hotel, now it's a problem. I mean, the last thing, all you need a bed, you need a shower, you need and like you need the essentials in that hotel. If you have that in your hotel, then you're fine. You have a
Yeah,
good bed, you have good everything, then I don't see this.
if you have somewhere to sleep, somewhere to stay, you're fine. Now, also about the airline trays, kind of where they're putting the food, Mark Stein, a really connected NBA guy, said that the food will be put on different trays after the first 2 days, which would have been 2 day basically yesterday. So today, if they get food, it shouldn't be on the paper on the plastic. It will be in a more you know, better looking way so that people stop complaining about, oh my God, the food doesn't look good, right? So that shouldn't be a problem. John Morant said he's not a silver spoon guy. That's what I like to hear. He's like, I'm not here. His room is. He says his room is fine. The food is fine. He's not a silver spoon guy, so I know how to live in the conditions. People complaining, but he's doing good. He also brought his own stash of snacks. As if to say, it doesn't matter what they'll be served as the NBA press restart season, he'll be good keeping it simple. He calls himself a ramen noodles guy, so he's used to this. And that's what I'm saying. Got to stop worrying about the food and all that stuff. You're there to win championships and stuff. Now John Morant's a rookie. He just got money. He just got all these things, so he may not be so silver spooned like LeBron, like Rajon Rondo. So it may be a little bit of what we call a little bit um, naiveness, but I agree with him. It doesn't matter. You're a simple guy. You just go there, play basketball, eat ramen noodles, and all that stuff. That's it. Shouldn't be worrying about like, oh my god, they're not serving us like gourmet food. They're not going to serve you gourmet food. They're just not.
For me, I don't really have an issue because our whole lives we didn't really we basically been eating what they eat, what they're eating right now. So I mean, to me, it's not really the issue if I was there because I've ate this shit ate things like this so many times. So I'm not really tripping.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem with it as long as it tastes good and it's cooked right. I don't have too much of a problem with it, man.
yeah. I
And
mean, you're there to win a championship, man. You're there to win a championship and compete. You're not there for like all this extra stuff. And I just think that's just how it is with the superstars. LeBron should have the same mindset as John Moran. All these players should have it. You're there to play basketball. You know that though the conditions over there were not going to be as good. there is no way in hell they did not think those conditions are going to be amazing. There's just no way. There's no way.
So is that all for
Yeah,
the
that's
news about?
yeah, that's all about yeah, that's all the news about the NBA bubble. No games yet. No practices, no nothing that we can see. So we have another 20 days until the first two games of the NBA bubble come up.
So I want to transition to something that I personally wanted to bring on, and it happened yesterday. And so also, what do you? So the title, the one of them is about like. So what do you think about how women be trashing men? Do you think that they be generalizing like all men, like including like they think that like you heard the term like women think men are trash, right?
Yeah, I've heard those things.
So what do you think when like let's say like one of your friends be saying like men are so trash and like you're sitting right there, like what do you think they well like what's going on through your head?
Well, I would think maybe they had a bad experience with some guys, more or less. That's what I'd be thinking about. But I mean, it depends. I don't think all guys are like that. Yeah, a good amount of guys are like that, but that just means you're around some not great guys, and you should be more careful about who you're around rather than just trash all men. That's not a good thing
because
to do.
because of why I bring this up is because yeah, yesterday I was on IG, looking around, seeing what they're talking about, and I see one of our friends post. So basically, she was talking about sugar daddy. He tried to follow her twice. She blocked it, and then next thing you know, I commented. I was like, oh, I said along the lines of, oh, he out here not helping out the real men. And then she says, oh, she tells me it's okay. I think men are trash. I'm like, when I hear for me when I hear that I'm like, you gotta like you can't generalize me in that situation at all because damn well I ain't did shit to you. So when I hear some shit like that, I'm like, because it happened at school before. When I hear stuff like that, I'm like, except for me, because damn well you can't be capping and you can't be coming on here saying you can't be like talking in like a public setting and then think I'm not gonna let that slide. Like one of my boys can even attest to this too. Like we both agree we both agree that she obviously has and then the funny thing is all the other women in that damn comment section got Instagram deleted their comments, right? And then
Hmm.
they deleted their comments and they agree. I'm like, as y'all should. I mean, of course you women would agree with other women about that because y'all niggas have had trash experience with men. Let's put it out there. And that and it's happened. I'm like not me. I'm like except for me because you can't just be saying men are trash and like and then saying and then because when I hear that I'm like you talk about me basically you saying I'm trash when I ain't did shit to you. So and then she goes on to post another one talking about her talking. It was basically some bullshit. I was like, bro, no one even asked for your experience. I even said this to one of my friends. You cannot pick men for shit. There's a reason why you say men are trash because you have trash taste in men. I've seen
No, that's
a couple of her boyfriends before. You have
yeah,
no
that's
taste in men. You have no taste whatsoever. So all I gotta say is this: I don't me personally, you know me. I don't give a fuck. You watching this shit? Know this. Whenever you generalize, whenever you're talking about a certain something, make sure you exclude somebody because you never know when you say certain things that someone knows or not. Then that starts to hope. Then that's gonna be a problem because for me, like I said, I know you ain't did no trash shit. I know I ain't do no trash shit. So
My
when
issue
you're
is okay.
yeah. So like I said, like we all both of us we're not trash. We're not trash.
Yeah,
All the women that we've encountered can attest that we have not done nothing. So I
okay.
take I take that personally because I feel like she kind of disrespected me in a way, by saying men are trash. I'm like that's really I just feel like I just feel like when you're saying stuff like that, just know who you talk, just know who you generalizing.
So
So
for me, yeah, I mean, no, I've never been always nice to the to women, I guess. But look, those women people have say that have had bad experiences. Almost every guy they've met, they just haven't met a good person. So while they hear them say that, I just believe that's been their experience, and they just have been unlucky maybe in finding the right person to be around and to give them what an actual good relationship really should be. And so it's always kind of a person's, the way they think about things. That's how I see people who like with other issues. They probably have never had that issue before or don't see a problem with it, and so they just kind of generalize. And generalized statements are never good because they're generally almost always wrong. They're never proven correct or are correct. You don't want to generalize anything, race or an idea. You just have bad experiences with guys. Find a way to, I'm sure there's a lot of women who've had good experience with guys, and there's a lot of people who've had bad experiences. You just gotta find a way to find the good ones, and you'll be fine.
but but I mean she's done this in real life before, and she's done this like at school before. Said like men are so trash. I'm like nigga shut up. Yeah, yeah, I know you ain't talking about me. The fuck, talking about men are trash. Okay, good. I was like, okay, good. I was like, oh, you feel big and bad that you made a post talking about, oh, you guys think I'm joking when I say men are trash, nigga. No one gives a fuck if about your experience. No one even asked. So when you're making, she put it out like as if anybody even asked about her experience. Nobody asked. I personally don't give a fuck about your experience at all, and I already seen someone. Like I said, it's a whole long story. Basically, long story short, one guy she liked wanted this. He didn't get it. She denied him, and now they don't talk no more.
Oh, okay.
And because I want to air out I want to air out her business like that because I she probably won't even. I mean she knows about the channel. She won't even
Okay.
watch the channel. So I could air out her business if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna do that because the channel will get big eventually, and then watch back these videos and then start a whole nother extra. So I'm just leave it at that. But all I gotta say for women, whenever you're talking about like, whenever you're talking about men or trash, just don't generalize. Just basically like try not generalize everybody. Because when you're saying men are trash, you're saying like even some of your even your the men that you're friends with are trash. That's my problem.
Yeah.
So so with that being said, what about you seen the new PS5 cover, the box? What
Yeah, the box.
I need to see what that looked like.
Yeah, it's like white. They pretty much changed it, make it white. It's cool. I mean, it looks better than the PS4 box cover. But not a lot of people, I think, are gonna care a lot. Not a lot of people are gonna buy it physically. I think you're gonna see a lot more digital. So
But
you know,
the set oh man, the 70 now they're re upping it to $70 now.
yeah.
The next gen consoles now all the games gonna be like $70, bruh.
Yeah, but they probably should have increased the price a couple years earlier. But now they're doing it um more now. more or less. It just seems like they've done the increasing because of pricing. You may see less microtransactions. Hopefully, that's probably why they increased the price. But after people complain for a while, you'll get used to it. You'll buy the games at $70. Or you may have to move and go get PC. Okay, because you may not want to keep paying $70. It's true. Like I don't think a lot of people are gonna want to pay $70. You know,
So I mean, my take on it.
I,
Do I really agree? Do I really agree with them upping the price? It's a no, but I understand why they upped it because it's new console, new everything. So the game's gonna be look much better and blah blah blah. So but then now people are gonna have to start thinking about like how can they afford it like a $70 game that's like the special editions cost around that much now for the PS4. Now PS5 you're getting the regular editions for like the base model for like 70, and then you're getting like the higher ones for like 90 or 100. So now it gets people to start thinking, should I just go ahead and just buy the special edition, or should I just go ahead and buy like the regular edition?
yeah, I still think that it's cool the box or whatever. This probably says that the PlayStation 5 is probably more expensive people think, or it could still be more cheap, and they just decide let's increase the pricing on these games. So you know, there are always trade offs to everything. Maybe a cheaper game, but you know the I'm sorry, a cheaper console, but the games are more expensive. Now you have to ask yourself, are you willing to spend $75 for a game? That's going to be probably the big thing that people are going to complain about. Now remember, PS4. If you're still playing PS4, it's still $59.99, but nothing's changed there. This is strictly a PlayStation 5 next gen thing. From what I saw from the 2K, who was the first one to show us, it seems to be a very specific pricing for the next gen consoles. So
Oh yeah, we can talk about Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, we can talk about Patrick Mahomes on contract for a second. I see he signed like a 10-year, 450 million.
yeah,
So
five hundred
I
thirty
think
million. But just to give people context, like you've been saying, it's the biggest contract ever. 10-year, $500 million contract. 25 million are in incentives. Which what does that mean, right? So, he would have to for the next 12 years win the NFL MVP every year and make the AFC Championship game every year. That's not going to happen. So he's not going to get $503 million.
what the
The
fuck?
Yeah, that if you yeah, I read the contract. That's what they said.
Oh hell, five. So he got to be a 10-time MVP,
Yeah, yeah, 10-time
bro.
MVP and make it to 12 straight championship games. Now, is that possible? Obviously, Tom Brady did it, or he at least made like 8 or 9 in a row, essentially. So it's clearly possible to do. You know, it is possible to do, but it's not going to happen. There is no way in hell that man.
That's easier than winning the NFL MVP.
Oh yeah, that's yeah.
You know how consistent he has to be to even have a shot at getting that.
You can't even win. He couldn't even win the MVP last year. I mean, Lamar Jackson's not going to win the MVP this year. If he does the exact same thing in 14-2, I would be surprised if he wins the MVP because something always happens. Now, I agree with you. I remember when I was thinking about it myself. I was like, well, I think he can get about half of his money from the AFC Championship incentives. I think he can make 5 or 6. He's already made 2. The MVP, I think he can max win it 3 times out of 12 years, 3 times. Tom Brady won it 3 times out of 20. I think he can win it 3 times in the next even 6 years. He can win it next year quickly, right? Because he didn't have a great year this year throwing the football, and then he should have it better next year. So I think he can win 3. Um, The contract also breaks down, just to tell you guys, he will get big time roster bonuses of like $40 million. 1 year, he'll get a $60 million roster bonus. Um, he
So how
also
does that work?
so basically what that is that this money, which is interesting, is going to be guaranteed 2 years in advance. So next year they're going to guarantee after 2 years, he'll start getting his guarantee money. So in 2021 he's going to get um, the money for 2023 and so on. And roster bonuses are strictly what they're called. It's called being on the roster. Like that's it. You just need to be on the roster to get the roster bonus. Um, and they have to say, yeah, they guarantee his money. They call it guarantee mechanisms, where if they want him to stay on the team, they have to guarantee his roster bonus, which is where all the money really is. Um, I think the contract is good for him and the team because for him, he believes in taking the Tom Brady route, which is give flexibility to the team so the team can sign good players so you can have a good team your entire career. A lot of people, including myself, kind of think, hey, you should go for the money. You should have been able to tell them I want a fully guaranteed contract for all 4 years, like $40 million per year. They would have given it to him. We know that, right? Like, we
I
know.
think that's because I was like, damn, for 10 years, 450. That means you got to stay in Kansas City for the next 10 years.
Yeah, I mean, if they build you a great team, no reason you won't want to stay there. So
And
I think it's a good thing for him. I think for him it's good for him and the team if that's what he believes in. A lot of people don't like the contract, but it's strictly because I believe people just want to see somebody get the NFL and force a team to pay them like all this money and kind of like get a guaranteed contract. Once somebody does that, a quarterback, I think people get over it. But it's still a good contract. And anyways, if he plays well, they'll rip it up in 4 years, and he'll redo the contract. You think they won't? He already gave them an ability to do this. If you think they won't give him the opportunity to redo his contract, you're crazy. They're going to give him a chance.
so is there more? How much more is there in this contract?
So he has $140 million injury guarantee. What does that mean? If he broke his Achilles or tore it, it can never play football again. He will get $140 million anyways. He's only going to get $63 million through the first 3 years. That's just how the contract is due to all the bonuses and stuff. And so that's pretty much the entire contract. There's nothing much else there. Um, I think the worst part of the contract is $25 million being put into like ungodly levels of guarantees. Like I would have never done that. If if they did that
Ungodly
strict
level.
if they did that strictly to get to like $500 million, I'd be like, just don't. Just give me the 450, whatever. That's what I would have done. But he
Well, what was that? What was
clear.
that one? What was that? That incentive part that is impossible to get.
So for the next once that contract begins, I guess in 2 years, for the next 10 years, uh, was it uh uh two
Oh, you
twelve
talking
point
about
five
the one
million
he has to be MVP?
MVP and AAC championship game? Yeah, of
Oh hell no, that's not happening.
course it's not
That's
happening.
not happening.
Yeah, he's not going to get it every 12. He's not going to get it for 12 years in a row. Not the AFC championship one. I said he could get $6 million of that, and the MVP because I think he wasn't 6 times, so I think he can get like 1.25, 1.25, 1.25, times six, however much that is. I think that would basically be about half of it, so around $6 to $8 million, and he'll get like $4.5 million from from the MVP. But that contract is not going to last. 10 years. There's just no way. There's no way.
I don't. It's gonna last. It's like what Shannon said. It's gonna last 5 years max.
Yeah, it's gonna last 5 years. Like it's
I don't see him staying on a 10-year contract. Michael Vick did a 10-year, $130 million contract.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he lost his career. So who knows how long he'll be on that contract, anyways. And he signed another one with the. Oh no, he didn't sign another one with the Eagles. But the number one thing is you can't use his contract because he never got to play. Like he did the dumbest thing ever, and got put in jail. So that's
well,
the
yeah,
big thing.
that doesn't make sense. He never lived out. He never lasted until 2014. I think he quit before 2014.
Yeah, like he got put in jail for 2 years and basically lost a lot of his abilities during that time. So who knows how real he would have, how long he would have actually been on that contract, or if it was worth it. A lot of other questions people have been asking is, how many championships will he win? Does he need to win to validate his contract? A lot of people say 2 to 3. I agree with 2 or 3. I don't think he needs to win like some unnatural amount of championships.
No,
To
he doesn't need to win 8 championships. I mean, if he does, then that
okay,
more
well,
power to
great.
him. But, bruh,
Like like he's not gonna. I look. I just do not believe we're gonna see Tom Brady 2.0, which is a guy get to like 9 Super Bowls, 6 championship wins. I mean, that's hard to do. I mean, it was hard for him to win this Super Bowl just now with the team he had. So it's going to be tough, man. But I'm happy for Patrick. He likes the contract, and that's all that matters for me. I do understand that people are like, he should have went for $200 million fully guaranteed. Your boy would have done that, but he wants to trust the team, and that's okay. Maybe it works out for him. Maybe in 4 or 5 years we see them rub up the contract, and he gets even more money. And hey, it's okay. So you know, it's all good.
oh man, I'm thinking. Damn.
Uh, let's see. I'm looking on Twitter. Paul George just did his his Zoom availability, basically a press conference. He says that he's now fully healthy because of the off time. And he says that their relationships have strengthened over time due to the staying in contact. So looks like the Clippers may be good anyways. So that's cool. Mm. Yeah, a lot of.
They should stay. I mean, they should stay in contact.
Oh,
Even.
let's talk about Jamal Crawford and
Oh
finally
yeah,
getting
yeah. We
getting
totally forgot about the
a
the
champ.
the most biased man on in the league that's been slept on for years.
Yeah, I think that Jamal Crawford is what Lou Williams is. A guy who could have been a starter who just decided to be a backup. That's just how it is.
Because I think Jamal Crawford could have been a 20-point per game scorer his entire career.
Yeah, starter.
Easy.
Oh, everybody knows that. I mean, we all know that. But he chose the way he wants to play, and I appreciate, and that's cool. Like Lou Williams has said it before too. Like, yeah, I could be a starter. I just choose not to be a star. I like coming off the bench. That's just him. So
And
it's
it kind of works because he gets more playing time.
yeah. So so I wonder, is he going to start? For the team, like how much is
I
he really
don't,
going to
uh,
play?
I don't think he's gonna start. As
I
much as I
mean,
would like him to start, I don't think he is because
but
there's Karis LeVert,
hmm
there's Spencer Dinwiddie,
okay, yeah. So the the
and
the
then
guards are taken care of.
yeah, so and then maybe even like maybe even Joe Harris might take the shooting guard and one, and LeVert or Dinwiddie takes the point. You could have that, or you could put all three of them and the point, the shooting guard, and the small forward. It, you can get a little tricky with that one, but I don't think he's gonna start because because it wouldn't really make much sense because he's more of a he's more of a bench guy as he's already established. He doesn't really play as a starter.
Yeah.
So I don't think he was. As much as I would like him to start, I don't think he's just going to start.
Yeah, but that team's gonna be real bad. They lost so many people. They're both of their bigs.
Oh
Um,
yeah, they're gonna be small. They're going
yeah,
to
they're
be
gonna
small.
be real small. And I look, Washington does not have Bradley Bill. That's also big. So
That's game over then.
yeah, I don't really know how. I think okay. Now I think they can pull off a playoff. The whole playoff thing.
The
I think they
Wizards.
can pull that off. Yeah, I think so. I just don't know if
Uh,
Brooklyn's gonna win enough games. Now, the reason why
I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna be right. I don't know about that one. I mean, Bradley Beal's like a main part of their
no,
team, and without
yeah,
him there, then
that's
I don't
true.
know if they're gonna flourish.
Well, I don't know how. I mean, I guess the Nets could be good enough to stay. It's just like really unfortunate for the NBA because they wanted to give the Washington Wizards a chance, and now it's just like now you have this like team who's not going to do anything. Like, who's going to be the guy now? Rui Hachimura, Shabazz Napier. Like, who can they
Hell no,
sign?
that boy fell off after UConn.
Yeah, I mean some players are not built for the NBA. He had unlike Kemba Walker, right? Who like took the championship run he had and became an all-star, all NBA player. Shabazz Napier did kind of the same thing and is a straight backup, just a guy who got hot and lucky for like a month. Same thing people said like about like Buddy Hield, right? Like Buddy Hield
Yeah,
got
Buddy Hield.
Oklahoma
Yeah.
to like the Final Four that one year,
Wait,
and they got drafted.
isn't Buddy Hield on the bench?
Yeah, he's on the bench now. I think that I believe they want to get rid of him or out because I don't know why.
Don't do
Um,
that. Don't do that.
but like he they get rid of him or he says I'm out because he wants to start. He's been a starter most of the time. I do believe in Bogan Bogdanovic. I believe in him way more than Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield is a straight shooter, and I don't think that's enough. And he's not Clay Thompson because he's not the defender or the shooter of Thompson. But even Clay Thompson has a little bit of moves, and he's tall, so it can work. But Buddy Hield's a straight shooter. What else does he have? You know, but yeah. Look, Orlando, and it's gonna be Brooklyn. I do give Washington a small chance somehow to force a playoff,
I
but
give them zero chance.
yeah,
I'm saying I give them zero chance.
we'll see. I don't know who they play for. I don't know who those teams play first, but I'm watching to see how Brooklyn and them play. I think Brooklyn's gonna go negative in these 8 games. I think they're gonna go 3-5, 2-6, depending on who they
So
play in the East.
the first two games are going to be Jazz and Pelicans and Clippers and Lakers.
Yeah, yeah. I think the Pelicans are gonna win
Oh,
that first game. Um, I just don't. I don't think the Jazz are gonna win. Brad,
I think
Donovan Mitchell and all them. It's not gonna work.
Devin Booker. That's who's on my mind. He needs to get out of Phoenix.
No, I said it. I think he needs to get out and go to an actual team that can work. Um, again, I have to look up some of these teams. I have to look up every time we talk about teams. I think yeah, and that's a good topic to go to because they're talking about it. You know, what team should Devin Booker go to? I think he needs to get the heck out of that team. I don't think they're good.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mavericks,
I
could the
think
Mavericks
I,
work?
I,
I mean,
I think he should go to. For I think let me see. So I'm looking at these teams. I'm trying to think of like who's already on there and who he could compliment. I think he could go to the Celtics.
oh man, but they already have Jalen Brown. You got to trade him away.
Trade Gordon Hayward.
Or Gordon Hayward, yeah.
Yeah, trade. You can trade Gordon Hayward. That's what
Yeah.
I would do.
Depending on how much money Booker wants to do. I've said that the team he will go to is the Timberwolves. I think that's the team he goes to. That's the team with the who's the favorite to get him because you
That is true. They do have Carl Anthony Towns and they do have D'Angelo Russell,
and
and
their
then you add
friends
Devin Booker.
and their friends. Like that's the number one thing. Let's just be honest. Friendships now. Okay. That's
That is
what's
true.
gonna happen. Like they have his two best friends, and he knows that that team's better than his team. And with those guys, if they can find a way to work out, and if they can, somebody has to sacrifice being a 25 per game scorer. You cannot have two, three 25 per game scores in real life. You can do it on a video game, can do it in real life. So one of them is
It,
going to be, it's going to have to
I
sacrifice.
think it's gotta be Russell or Booker. One of them has to give it up
Yeah,
because Carl Anthony Towns needs to score at least 25 a game. He
yeah,
has to.
but I'm also scared for Cat because you have two ball dominant guards, especially a guy like freaking like D'Angelo Russell, who if you watch him go on stage was just so ball dominant. Like he shot almost every time, and I don't know if he's going to be able to get those shots. I think D'Angelo Russell needs to sacrifice. I like the other two. I like those two to get the ball more. They're better. They're
Uh,
better shooters, and I think
now that you mention it, I think Russell does because yeah, he was too dumb. The dude had the ball more than anybody, and he shot the ball more than anybody.
yeah. I mean,
He's
he's
not
done
a
that at every
distributor.
point.
He's not a distributor. He's barely a playmaker. So I think he gotta be more of a playmaker than a scorer because we've seen what happened when he tried to score. It didn't really work out much.
No, it didn't. It did not work out great that much. Also, um, what other player? Oh yeah, Lamelo Ball. Right. Let's talk about him. There's a story out that he prefers to go to the um, Knicks, which I believe no reason why does not want to go there. They have no guard, no point guard, and it's New York.
They have no good guard over there.
Yeah. So I'm Begley of SNY TV, which is a website based in New York, says as teams do their homework on players in the draft, there's been a consistent theme about LaMelo Ball. Multiple teams believe Ball and those in the circle prefer they list in New York. Those teams have picks projected later in the first round than the Knicks for what it's worth. The intel from teams align with what LeVar Ball, LaMelo father, has said about Sunday Knicks, and from previous reporting. The New York Post reported last month that some may believe LeVar Ball will try to steer LaMelo to the Knicks. But the report is just how Ball would actually do that, which is correct. New York does need a long-term solution on point guard, and Ball might be their answer. The problem is the Knicks might not be in position to draft Ball, who's ranked number one on Bleacher Report's draft expert Jonathan Weiserman's big board, and at the Athletic Sense eventually has him as draft's top prospect. He's a near consensus top three player, which is true. Look, this is one of the weakest drafts,
And
in a while, right? Like,
what was the last trash draft in the before this one?
oh man, I would want to say 20. I want to say the Anthony Bennett one was pretty bad. I want to
Yeah,
say,
he flopped. He no, not kind of. He flopped when
oh, he
he
flopped. I
flopped when
mean,
he got in the league.
yeah, I'm looking at
Sent
it,
straight to the D League.
and yeah, he's out of the NBA now, almost. Yeah, was it? Andrew Wiggins bust, Jabari Parker bust, Dante Exum bust, Nick Stoxis bust, Noah Vonleh bust. You can say Alfred Payton somewhat. Doug McDermott bust. Dario Saric not great. Zach Cool, Warren okay. Payne. I just think a lot of these drafts are bust. And when we say drafts are bust, we're looking at the top 10 to 15 players. How many? Those are lottery picks. Those are players are not supposed to be all stars. The top of the top is supposed to be you're drafting feature face of franchise all NBA players to the 15, which is supposed to be at least a decent player. And I think 14 was pretty bad, in my opinion. What about you when you look at those names
For which one? The
for the
14 draft?
2014 draft? I think the 14th draft is not. I wasn't great. I mean Joel Embiid, pretty much it.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm beyond. I haven't even. I forgot. I forgot like majority of that list.
Yeah, I was just writing them off. I think the 14th draft wasn't great.
Oh, okay. So I think Aaron Gordon, he's
Aaron Gordon
good.
was good. Yeah, he's good.
Marcus Smart, he's okay.
Yeah.
Julius Randle, he's good. Zach
Y-
Levine, he's good.
Yeah. My issue is even though they're good, when you look at where they're drafted, unfortunately for them, they still don't hit the level. Aaron Gordon, I think, has been great. But Aaron Gordon has not, he's not. I don't think he's worth the fourth round pick. Like he's not even the best player on on his own team. I think that's Vucevic, who I think was drafted probably low. I want to say he was drafted low. Um, so I think this. I think the 14th draft isn't great. I think the 15th draft isn't good. We got Larry. We got look at this. Okay, Cameron Payne was the 14th pick. Trey Lyles was the 12th. Frank Kaminsky was the ninth. Stanley Johnson was the 8th. Emmanuel Mudiay was the 7th. Mario Harjonia was the 5th. I mean, does
Yeah, that ones those ones are bad. Those are pretty good.
yeah, that now I don't know. I don't know what position they were picking. Like maybe they had a good point guard and they thought let's just freaking get some a small force at shooting guard like Harjonia with dual position eligibility. But I just don't know why nobody wanted to get Devin Booker. Orlando
Okay.
a shooting guard. Denver, did they have a good shooting guard at that time? I don't know. Okay.
Denver, they didn't have no good shooting guard. They didn't have
Okay. Did Detroit have a good shooting guard? You tell me you couldn't
uh
put Devin Booker with Kemba Walker in Charlotte? Like, I mean, you couldn't give Paul George, Devin Booker in Indiana? And I think he was a shooting guard at the time. I think they still had
I
um
mean, Paul George could do this was a 2 or 3 guard.
yeah.
It was a 2 or 3
So
position.
yeah, so that's depending. But I've always been semi disappointed by the by picking certain teams. Because you just think, are you picking best player available or are you picking need? In the NBA, drafting is very easy. You pick the best player available in your opinion, or you pick need. Devin Booker was the best player since pick 2. He should have went to the he I would say the Lakers should have thought about getting Kobe's a replacement, right? Like you go from Kobe to Devin Booker. Look how that would be amazing. Okay,
It
number one,
really,
yeah, yeah, it would be
it really was. It really would have been because D'Angelo Russell. I mean, he was okay,
yeah, he was
but he
okay.
wasn't no like replacement.
Yeah, and look, Devin Booker came out of the NBA dropping big boy numbers. So I'm just saying it would have been a lot cooler if they did that way, picking him. So let's get back to it. What do you think about about this report that LaMelo Ball is getting pushed to the Knicks? Do you think
I,
it could work?
I think it could. I think it could. I don't see why. I don't see why not. I mean, we have seen time and time again how bad James Dolan is at managing managing the Knicks, the one of the most valuable sports teams of all time, and
Still is.
he's still there somehow. I don't know why. I don't know why he hasn't got voted out or whatever. But do I think it can work? Yes, because they have nothing. They don't really have much to lose. They have
Yeah.
everything to gain Lamelo Ball if they can give Lamelo Ball what he needs or something needs or whatever. Because
Yeah, I mean,
they
yeah,
have
continue.
Julius Randle. They already got a good they already got a good like one front court guy.
Yeah,
They
they do.
could get a good backcourt guy. So they just gotta try and like I don't know what they can do with their roster, but they just gotta try and like fix that shit because it ain't looking good right now. And it
Yeah,
hasn't been looking good since Porzingis and Melo.
yeah, it's true. Look, what about we? There's a lot of teams. I think the Bulls may look now. I see the Chicago sometimes talk about the Bulls. The Bulls have Kobe White. They're not in to getting LaMelo Ball. I don't think LaMelo Ball and Trae Young can work. Number one, Trae Young
Oh
is a
no,
ball dominant.
that cannot work. That's not gonna work at
Yeah.
all.
Number one, LaMelo Ball plays no defense, and Trae Young just physically cannot play defense. Um, Even though I still think it's a little bit more of he could try, but he just doesn't look interested in doing all that kind of defensive play. Um, what other teams? If we look at the top, yeah, I just think it's either the Knicks. I think it's just the Knicks. I would be the Warriors don't want him. They have Curry, and
They have
I
Curry.
agree.
Why do they need someone that shoots 94 feet from the court again? From another guy that can shoot 94 feet, like 32 feet. No,
And also, right? We agree on we I agree with the premise of what Levar said, which is Lamelo isn't a father or whatever. I just agree that there's no benefit for him being to Curry. He has nowhere to play. That also there's no way they're drafting Lamelo Ball. It's not feasible. I think they're gonna draft James Wiseman. They need a big, even though they have Marcus Chris who's like 24. I'd rather have
yeah, but Marquise
James.
Chris isn't doing nothing though.
Yeah, I can
Marquise Chris
understand.
is not benefiting them at all.
Yeah. But
I,
I still think you should draft James Wiseman. I do agree with you
that's what I'm
there.
saying. I think he should be there because they're not because I'm saying this. I'm not gonna. One thing I do, I don't cap. I've never seen James Wiseman play, but what I've heard, he's good.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I think they should take. I think he should be. I think he should get drafted and be put there, and then Marquise Chris can be his backup.
yeah. I think that's true. I think you should do that. Yeah, I haven't watched James Wiseman play, but this guy was a highly touted prospect out of college, and he only didn't play because the NBA likes to be douchebags to amateur people and say you shouldn't get money or it's your problem when other guys pay to get you there and you don't know anything. I've always hated that nonsense rule that they like to put in, which they have. And yeah, I think Lamar should go to the Knicks. It would be a good idea. He'll be able to shoot whatever he wants, do whatever he wants. He will. I mean, that guy in the Garden, he has a good game or a
If,
good season.
if he starts lighting that bitch up in the Garden, that Garden is gonna blow up.
Yeah. And let's be honest. He goes to the Knicks. He's the odds-on favorite to win Rookie of the Year. And it just is.
I
He is.
mean, New York is a big city to live in. They got so many people going to them games. He can attract a lot of people to go to gardening games just off his presence alone. Like, oh shit, it's Lamelo Ball. And then he has good games, bruh. I'm telling you, he could easily win Rookie of the Year. There's
Yeah,
nobody
it's
that
true.
can touch him.
Yeah, nobody's gonna be able to touch him. Yeah, that's right. So is there anything else to talk about?
Uh,
Let me look real quickly if there's any more news.
I mean, I was thinking about like
Oh,
the usual reaction, but that's already dead since I already kind of watched it.
okay.
So
Oh
I was
yeah,
like,
let's talk about my team a little bit because we've been on this my team grind, and let's talk about the player club thing. Just because like of how ridiculous it is.
oh yeah,
Um,
oh my god, the players club. I don't even put in the codes. I just don't because they're just wasted of time.
yeah, they really are. They
You're,
really
you're
are.
getting you're getting you tell me opal, pink diamond, diamond, and amethyst. I'm getting amethyst, but all these other ones I'm not gonna get. Okay, that makes sense.
That makes total sense. Yeah, screw everybody over and give people trash players or the trash version of these players. Okay, who told them they should make it literally impossible to get any good players? This is why, even if I kept doing it, I wouldn't get mad because I know how it is. For me, if you know what's happening, I'm not going to get mad anymore. I know when I put in that code, I'm getting an amethyst because it's just how it's been the entire time. And for them to try and tell people to keep trying these codes and oh yeah, try these codes. The codes are really
Nah,
good.
nah, man, that's bullshit. We're not gonna get no anything higher than amethyst. Why are we getting it? Why can't we get diamond at least? At least a diamond, shit.
Why can't they at least do it like they did for Daimler? Now Daimler has a Gax Opal, which is great. I'm very happy about that. But why can't they just do it like they did Daimler? You get a pink diamond or pink diamond, and that's it. You don't get no in between. You don't get nothing else. You just get a good card. But no, let's give them amethyst and screw with them and give them false hope because that's fun, right? It's fun to give people false hope. That's why I dislike the Players Club, and I just dislike 2K's pack openings like that. Anyways, um, if they want to do that drop the ball thing, can they at least do different colors? That's all I ask.
Because they're all like they all look the damn same. They all get you
They get
confused,
you
and
they get you the same thing. They don't give you anything. Not a damn thing. It's crazy. It's crazy, man.
they do need to up the odds for the trouble with their offline, because I mean I'm not mad that I'm getting 5,000 MT whenever the vault, but I'm like you got four cards. Either I get one of the three Galaxy Opals, that one Pink Diamond, 10 tokens, or 5,000 MT, and I'm getting 5,000 MT. Like I said, I'm not pissed about it, but I'm just like, at least give me more of a chance to get the one of the cards. That's why I'm there. That's why I'm playing it for to get the card. But no, you're having all these 5,000 MT and 10 tokens. I mean, like, I'm not really. I don't really want the token to MT. I want the card.
Yeah,
But
I rather want the card too, but you know how it is. They're gonna give us crap,
it,
and that's it.
and then they're gonna do the same shit next for next gen. Give us the
Yeah,
same
they
bullshit.
are. That's why I hate. This is why I don't. I mean, I don't get that map. This is why I don't put. I don't buy VC. I don't support them. I don't support them by buying their VC or anything because their practices are dumb, dumb and stupid. So, and people will say, I say, nope, I'm not buying their crap. Uh-huh. No, no, no. Give them $4.99 my money? Nah, I'm good.
I was thinking about it, but I was like, why should I support it? Why should I support a game that doesn't want to be fair to their consumers?
Exactly.
Y'all don't need my money anyway. Y'all got all your YouTubers buying $100 worth of BC for giving put in y'all pockets. Y'all don't need my money.
Yep, that's true. All right, I guess that's it.
Yeah. So, with that being said, this has been another episode of the APF podcast, episode 65. It is I, the most phenomenal man that has shocked the system, aka the coach, signing out.
And it's your boy going forward. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. Wear a mask. I don't care what those. I don't care what Trump tells you. Wear that mask, man. The mask gonna keep this economy open.
And
And
and,
have a
and
good week.
also, stay the fucking side, because I see,
Yeah.
because I all over social media, everybody is still out. Everybody is like, not everybody is going places and shit. I mean, I understand it. I want to go too, but at the same time, I'm not trying to catch what y'all catch,
Nah,
and
not at all.
I'm not trying to put myself at risk. And I know some people who who I be seeing on social media as well, who be going out also. Them, I'm dead ass. They got to get a test to come near me. I'm dead ass serious. Cause
Mm-hmm.
you think I'm playing around about this Corona shit? Get a test. And if I see that's negative, okay then. I don't want to catch. I don't want to catch it. You shouldn't want to catch it either. You get offended by how I said it. Oh well. Then you shouldn't have been going around social media just posting where you at. Just post up in your crib and like only go when you need to. That's really what they're trying to get you to do. But some of y'all don't like to listen, and it
Yep,
is
and
what
it
it is.
become it's become somehow political, but whatever. We don't care about that stuff. Go wear a mask. We don't give a damn. I'm sorry. Go wear a mask. You ain't gonna die wearing that mask. Don't be like those Karens out there. Don't be like those Karens out there.
Exactly that cut a hole in their mask. I'm like, what? Like, what is that gonna do for you? You're not protecting yourselves, fucking
Nah,
Karen. So,
yeah, nah,
so
dude.
with that being said, make sure you click the links down in the description. And if you're new, you know what to do. Like, share, comment, subscribe, share this vid, and we out. Ah!